Really? Extra pickles?
Hey everybody. So last weekend in March, and I'm going to go ahead and take you on a garden tour real quick, give you an idea how things have greened up. Okay, so we're going to start here. I've been working on some dirt. I have found a little bit of a problem with making your own compost. Watch this. See those guys? Those guys do that. Yeah. I'm going to have to find a way of preventing the fire ants from getting into the compost that I'm making. So that's my research project for the week. Been over here potting up quite a few plants, just trying to recover what we had left from our crazy little attack there. So the majority of these are Barry's Crazy Cherry. Hopefully we'll enjoy those. We've got quite a few. Got some cinnamon basil that survived. These are extra pickles. Probably gonna let those suckers go. And update on the moringas. See, there are a few moringas there. This one, I'm not sure. I have had situations in the past where it flips between looking like a tomato and a moringa, so I'm not sure. I think this is a tomato actually, but I don't know how it got there. Probably something that was sitting in the compost that I put inside this little pot here. So we'll just keep an eye on it. This one right here, I want to say is definitely a moringa. That one as well. That one as well. So we've got a good 3 or 4 of them. Moving over here to the usual stuff. Here is our mulberry. As you can see, mulberries are getting pink there. Starting to change color and ripen. They're tiny at the moment, but this is an Illinois everbearing, so they'll get larger in time. And over here on the one that got chopped off, it is not producing right now. So I don't know if that's a symptom of it being chopped off or the fact that it's a male. Either is possible. So we'll have to keep an eye on this one. Apple tree is doing really nice. I think we might have some kind of bud formation there. And casualty, a little bit of cilantro that's going to seed there. If you look over here, I thought this was dead. This is the moringa. I actually cut back the main stalk on it. But if you look there, this is connected to the root mass. And that would appear to be a baby moringa sapling. We'll see what happens there. If that's the case, we might actually end up with some seeds this year of our own. Tahitian, Persian lime. It's still gone. So it looks like we've got 3 to replace. And over here is our peppermint. Going real well. I've already got some peppermint extract for this, so I'm just going to let this grow for the entire season. Won't really need to harvest anything right now. We're just going to let it be a plant. Over here is our Meyer lemon. And we've got some blossoms there. We actually got some lemons last year, so we'll probably see a few this year too. There's our rosemary. And over here is our chocolate mint. Doing just as good as the peppermint over there. I'm going to have to weed this one. Marking that as a note. And we got a really tall cilantro. And that's getting ready to seed. You know, of course, everybody knows this will turn to coriander, and the seeds will actually be the coriander that we harvest for either seed or for a seasoning. It's a lot stronger than the leaves. Onions are looking really nice. Egyptian walking onions. And moving into here, these are store-bought plants. As you may remember, we got raided by some field mice that topped all of our tomato seedlings. All we've got left is what was over there. And I don't really know about Barry's Crazy Cherry as a decent stock tomato. So it's kind of more of a luxury one. So we went ahead and got a bunch of extra plants here. Some of these are Bonnie, and some of them are also, yeah, a lot of them are Bonnie. A couple of early girls there. Romas. Romas do the sauce tomato. And here I've got a little bit of Genovese basil. And got some more tomatoes here. One of these is a Cherokee Purple. I believe 2 of them are down on the end there. But here we go with guessing what they are again. Anyways. Here are our leeks. I don't know if these are going to make it before it gets really hot and they bolt. We'll see. Might be a little too late for these. Horseradish. Doing really nice. Okay, so here we go. I planted potatoes in here. I really did. But due to the mixture with the compost, guess what we got? We got volunteer melons all over the place. Either melons or squashes. Quite possibly these could be pumpkin. We're going to have to wait and see on this. I know you're not supposed to move squash around a lot, but I might have to. Over here, I'm going to get down where you can see this eye level. Here are our oats. As you can see, it's making really nice grasses here. If anything, we'll be able to cut these up and put them in the compost, and it'll provide a little more biomass. Either that, or we'll crush them down in this spot if we want to use it. We'll see where we're at there. Moving over this way. Aloe is doing really nicely. This one survived the freeze twice. It's survived a couple droughts. This one is pretty much bulletproof. So I'm probably going to be separating this, getting multiples growing, trying to propagate from this one because it's pretty healthy. And this is actually rainbow chard, or I'm sorry, peppermint chard seedlings that are from thinning. One of the other beds. This last bed is still under construction. But here we have got a nice little row of tomatoes and mango beets. And I put a row of, I want to say, burgundy green beans here, just to fill in the space. Moving over here. This has been the pride and joy this week and last. I've been harvesting a lot of chard out of here. But as you can see, the Ford hook is coming on really strong. A little bit of peppermint chard. And that back row is beets. They're cylindras. And here we have jalapenos. These are store-bought jalapenos. Just to bulk up our inventory, the jalapenos were chewed off as well. As you can see, I've been dispatching the compost pile into the beds recently and making potting soil with it. And looking here, we've got more chard. There's a row of spinach. And then more peppermint chard. And then a row of habanero and bell peppers in the front here. Moving over here, we have got glazed green beans planted. There's a few seedlings coming up now. Should be a very quick turnover on this bed. All goes well. Over here, we've got our little volunteer plot. I have tomatoes growing here. And sunflowers. Something is really chomping on the mustard. Also, if you look here, we've got comfrey, and apparently the caterpillars want that. And they're chewing on our cabbage. And our mullein is kind of starting to recover from it. There's another volunteer cilantro. And a couple more mulleins. Looking here. We've got our Black Knight cannas returning. And in here, I'm going to have to focus on weeding this guy out. We've got a comfrey, but Boston pickling cucumbers are planted here. Good one right here. But those will go up this fence here. And as you can see, our weeds are coming in. Here we've got our sugar cane. Right here. Still have Confederate jasmine. Stuff is out of control. And this last little section, the green stalk, is going to be worked on this week. We'll get that back in production. Along with our hanging baskets. Thanks everybody for visiting. We will see you next time.